Alrighty, so I am dating a black woman.
Yeah.
From Brazil. Because I like my women the way I like my Arabica mix. Black, Brazilian, and sometimes a little bitter when I hold out on the cream. So the other day, I'm just trying to make her laugh, just sending her text messages, but all I'm getting back is KKK. So I'd ask her, baby, what are you trying to say? She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was speaking Portuguese. Because it turns out, in Brazil, they don't say LOL or ha ha ha. They say KKK. And they abbreviate that as KKK. So I'm like, baby, do you know what that means in America? And she said, no. So I found myself in the precarious situation of having to explain the Ku Klux Klan to my black girlfriend. And here's what I went with. Okay, baby, first off, they really like dressing like spooky ghosts. And she goes, like Carnival. No, not like Carnival. Then I went with crosses. They really like crosses. And she's like, church! Close, but no. Finally, I just gave up. All right, maybe it's a bunch of white people that hate black people. And she's like your grandmother. Yes, thank you. Like my grandmother, she gets it. And so, who's familiar with what a dung beetle does and why? Collects poop to get laid. Now guys, we do the same shit too, but we do that with money. So what if, Spider-Man had been bitten by a radioactive dung beetle? I bet he would have cleaned up a lot more.
Hey-o.
I can't afford a band for rim shots, so you gotta get it from me. But I just know most of his time as a dung beetle would be just running around town, harassing people, sticking his head under porta potties, being like, come on, sir, just 2 more ounces and I'll leave you alone. He's just trying to collect for his gift to Mary Jane. Like, he'll just be pushing around town, shows up at her house, excited, like, maybe this will help me get laid if I just give her another bowl of shit. So Jesus opens the door, tired of his shit. Just this disheveled look, like, look, Peter, come on, we've been through this. My backyard is a glorified ball pit at this point, and there's no more room. And he's just having a moment, like, you think I like doing this shit? I'm a fucking dung beetle. I can sense when people need to poop before they do. Which, by the way, 20 minutes, Courtney.
Yeah.
You know the worst thing? The worst thing? That's when his phone starts ringing. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Dung man, dung man, dung. Hello? Yes, Mr. Mayor. Well, stop having so much Chipotle. Sorry, Mary Jane, but duty calls. I'm way too proud of that last part. So I heard this sound coming from my bedroom window the other day, just a and I'm convinced, fuck, my cat is being attacked. Because I've never heard cat sex before. So I'm running outside, I come around the corner, and I just see him going full Caligula on a black cat. Like father, like son. New tag, I was trying it out. Okay. And he just sees me first. He's fine with it. He's like, dude, he fucking feeds me. He's cool. But she has decided this is over and ends up turning them into the world's worst Chinese finger trap. Starts dragging his ass, just get the fuck out. And he's just like, I'm really trying. It hurts. Finally, she just pops off, flying into the nearby woods looking like a cat-shaped rocket, just and there's my little boy leaning up against the wall, just tired as fuck. No, don't look at me, man. Come on. Just take me inside. I need to eat and then a nap. So I just picked him up like a proud father and just whispered into his ear, that'll do, pig. That'll do. I'm actually excited for the Harry Potter remake, because it means that somebody will finally have the balls to go into the backstory of my favorite Harry Potter character, Hagrid's dad. For those who don't know, Hagrid is half human and half giant, which means his dad, that man, hooked up with a 25-foot tall woman and lived. He must have been staring at the world's tallest vagina being like, I'm gonna make that work. But I'm like, how though? I have some theories, some are worse than others. Like maybe he just dove in head first, swimming along like a salmon at the end of its life cycle, being like, there's the egg, you know, as they die. Or perhaps it's a little known fact that maybe the vagina for the giant is on the bottom of the foot, and he just latched on like a koala using a corn for leverage. Woo! You know, love at first cuddle. Snickers. Or my personal favorite, he just pulled out his wand and used that old enlargement charm, Ejaculiosar. Gave himself one massive hog, and he starts hawking that thing around town like a Diagon Alley vendor, being like, giant cock, magically enhanced, taking on all challengers. That's when from behind him, you just hear, I'll do it. I just picture this giant Danny DeVito with tits being like, fee, fi, fo, duck. I smell a wizard, I like the fuck. Yeah, it's probably canon. We don't know. Are we familiar with Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
Ursula? Well, she's half octopus, right? What if she actually had an octopus's mouth where it should have been? A whole little shop of horrors thing going on, like, feed me, Trident. That sea bitch would have a beak. I'm talking Boba Fett being digested for 1,000 years fucking beak. Probably the main reason why she got banned from parties in the first place. She's just showing up to parties uninvited, sliding across hors d'oeuvres like an insane Roomba with tits, being like, I usually have a castanet for this part. Slides into the punch bowl. I'm getting hints of vanilla, oak, and a whole lot of shellfish. It's a little frog I carry around with me, but I left that shit at home. It hits harder, I swear. So the kakapo is a rare flightless bird from New Zealand, known as the world's fattest parrot. Like in all documentaries, world's fattest parrot. It can fly, it has wings. Its ash is just so heavy it can't get off the ground. Spends most of its life on the ground, just running around. And the mating ritual for the kakapo, the male digs a hole and then screams from it for 100 days straight, just being like, fuck me, please, somebody. And when that doesn't work, he gives up and fucks a rock. So this next part is my impression of the kakapo on day 101. Well, I spot a nice little piece of granite over here. I like the way that you never move. That's right, bitch. You got all the right angles at the right angles.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that the kakapo was my spirit animal as a teenager. By the time I finally got laid, I had dug a 30-foot well. We're gonna cut that last part. Nobody cared. So, I think I figured it out. I do believe I figured it out. Why rappers seem so confident. It's the rap. Just listen to some of the lyrics. They're all positive affirmations. Some are disguised as felony threats, but they're mostly positive. Turns out just telling yourself, I get all the money, I get all the bitches, 3 birthday wishes. That's just great for your mental health. What I'm trying to say is rap lyrics are basically vision boards you can twerk to. Unfortunately, you can't just manifest with any rap lyric. I found that out the hard way. I tried manifesting with Cardi B. Now I share a bed with 3 strong black men and 9 little spoon. I tried manifesting with Ludacris. Now I owe child support in area codes 214, 512, and 713. And I even tried manifesting with Notorious B.I.G. Now I got diabetes. And then Diddy fucked me and had me killed to keep me quiet. And this next one is for you, Courtney. I even tried manifesting with Flo Rida. Now I keep trying to bite people's faces off.
Nice. Double good.
And you might be wondering what's on my current vision board. I've got a picture of a 50 Cent. In case I get shot 9 times, I can retire. And even got a photo of Eminem, because I want to be talented enough to say it too. That is what we call a deep cut. Intolerant people, they don't have a superhero, which is why I invented Intolerant Man. Intolerant man has the power to fly to other countries and demand they speak English. An intolerant man gets physically ill anytime he hears, smells, or tastes MSG. And intolerant man has the power to turn down any music that interrupts Steely Dan. And this next part is about the day intolerant man dies. And I do go kind of quick, so try to keep up. One day, intolerant man sees a gay Jewish couple kissing in front of a Cracker Barrel, and he passes out from sheer outrage, then wakes up in the future where everyone is ethnically ambiguous. No categories, just humans. So he panics, runs to a nearby mall screaming, "Where are my people?" Then this mixed-race toddler looks up. "Sir, have you tried ayahuasca?" So he panics, runs to a nearby bathroom. He's sweating, he's shaking, he's holding the sink, and staring back at him from the mirror is Kanye West. He slaps his face. It's still Kanye. He touches his hair. It's different. He opens his pants. "Ah, the one-eyed purple monster!" He screams to the heavens, "My white soul, it's leaving my body!" Then this mayonnaise-colored soul rises up from the chest of intolerant man, moaning as it ascends, as one final tragic tear rolls down his face in the shape of a Confederate flag. You see, intolerant man had become the one thing he hated most, being successful and black. And now we come to the final joke that I have prepared for this evening. You know, parenting gets about 100 times more difficult when your children discover masturbation. And it got 1,000 times worse for my dad when I found mom's toys. That's right, strap in and strap on. On. We're going in raw. So one day, I'm a teenager, I break into my parents' bedroom because I'm just looking for money. And I go straight to their closet and look to the top shelf, you know, where the good stuff is. And I see a big brown paper bag, what I thought was full of cash, jewels, money. So I grab it. And inside was 4 12-inch long 1980s hard rubber dildos that are now raining down upon my head, just pat, 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 like, ah! And I look down, and I see one like, you know what? I think I can use it. Problem is, I used it wrong. You can use it wrong, if it's old enough. I know that made it sound a little corrugated. I did not have sex with SpongeBob SquarePants. But I did use that thing like a glorified pocket pussy. Took it into the bathroom, pissed in God's face for about 30 seconds, and then put it right back in the bag. Thought nothing of it. Because teenage boys, they don't think about where the cum goes until it's time to move. Then my dad comes home. But thank God he came home first. I didn't want to have that conversation with mom. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I promised to... Can we talk about something else, Mom? So he goes to the room, and that smell hit his face. There's not a lot of things that smell like that. I just picture him like a decanter, just... This doesn't smell like a Richard's Brew. Not enough pineapple. So now he has to have a conversation with his son that he doesn't want to have. No father should. So he walks to my room and goes, "Son, when you make a mess, and curious, perverted whatever is the problem, Papa?" Because I want to be British for this part of the story. "Tell me, Papa, what's the answer?" And he's just like, "Clean up after yourself." And he tries to walk away. But I stop him like, "What are those for, Papa?" And he's just like, "Your mother, she's not into that anymore," and just walks away. And you'd think that would be enough to stop me. But nope. Next fucking day, I'm right back into the closet. I look up at the top shelf and realize, oh no, they took my treasure. And replaced it with a picture of a very disappointed Jesus. Now for a couple of new things, since I have the time. I wish tattoos were scratch and sniff. Like if you got a picture of a pizza or like a pear or something, just, oh, that smells pretty good, because the butthole looks kind of like a piece of pepperoni, and I don't want to have to be in public going, oh, that was gross. I'd rather just think of Domino's. That did not land. Thank you so much. That's been my time. I've been a wonderful audience. Please welcome to the stage your host for this evening, Simply Courtney.
Thank you, Chris. Good job. All right, guys, we got our next comic coming up. Yup, give it a